Good morning, Sin City, from the beautiful Hank Greenspun School of Media and Journalism Studies. Welcome to another episode of the Las Vegas Social Media Show right here on the Social Network station. And we are starting today with two lovely ladies that I have the privilege of knowing, Sara Gabriella and Tami Belt. Sara, Tami, welcome to the Las Vegas Social Media Show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How'd you meet each other, and then how did you guys both end up in Vegas?
Funny enough, we met on social media.
No way. So people actually meet on there, huh?
All the time, especially when you're as good at it as Tami is. So she's always, doing PR for a lot of causes that I was interested in. So we had some similarities there, and a lot of same people in common and networks in common. So yeah, definitely knew who she was and got a chance at a networking event to meet her in person, and she's even more amazing than online. So been friends ever since.
My.
Was it Facebook, Twitter? What was the platform you guys met on?
It was Facebook.
Facebook?
Mm-hmm. Somebody that did something similar to what I do found me, friended me, and
it was the shared connection.
Yeah.
The beauty of social networking right
yeah,
there.
and the live event was actually a meetup event to get people to meet in person, get off of Facebook and meet face to face.
Oh,
It's
okay.
actually
That's cool.
called Face Up.
Face Up.
Run
that's
by
Face
Yolanda Artiega.
Yeah, Yolanda, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. And you are a native of Vegas. You're from Vegas.
Yes.
And Sara, you came from Northern
California. Yeah, well, born and raised in Northern California, and then in Southern California, I was a Bruin and got my first degree. And I was actually living and working in LA before I moved out here to Vegas about 3 years ago.
Oh, very nice, very nice. And I actually had the privilege of seeing you guys speak at Inspire the other week, and I thought that was really cool. Really, really cool. You guys did an awesome job. And you guys have multiple projects going on right now. So I want to dive into that. Can you tell me about the current projects you guys have going on?
One of the projects we have is Women in Media Mentoring Initiative, or as we call it, WIMI. And basically, WIMI is a supportive, an inclusive environment for women's career advancement, lifestyle management, and building friendships. WIMI's main goal is to get more women into positions of power and influence in their industries. Despite the fact that studies prove when companies have women on their boards, women on their executive teams, they perform better. There's still tragically low numbers of women in leadership, and it's just something that's not acceptable to us. It's not only an issue of equality and diversity, but it's smart business. It translates into bigger profits and, really affects the bottom line, which most business people can understand. So, you'd think we'd be making faster progress than we are. But we do that through a number of ways. We do that through mentorship. We do that through free expert resources, the type of resources usually you would have to pay to go to a conference to attain, or a seminar, that kind of thing. And we offer them free so that women at any stage of their career are able to access them and benefit from them. As well as, we offer an environment where women can discuss issues in the workplace that are sort of specific to our own struggles and our own challenges. That's one organization, but we got more that we're working on too.
There's also Project 150?
Yeah, Project 150. Again, Sara and I mutually knew somebody that the two guys that started it, I went to school with.
Oh, wow.
I hadn't seen them in 35 years since junior high. But we got reconnected on Facebook. So Pat could tell what I did by my post that, I did public relations. And he contacted me and he said, "Hey, we just launched this. Can you help us?" And I said, "Sure. I'll help announce the launch. I don't know how much I can do." And they celebrated their first anniversary in December.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's a charity to help homeless, disadvantaged, and displaced high school students. It started with a story on TV that they heard about 150 kids who were homeless at Rancho High School. Honestly, they didn't believe it. Dawn went to Rancho High School to get the scoop on the story, found out that not were there just 150 high school students at Rancho, there were more. There's more than 6,300 K through 12 in the Clark County School District.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a lot. And they said, well, we have to do something about this. And they created a drive for the 150 kids at Rancho High School that Christmas in December. And when they realized that the problem was much bigger, they said, this is a Las Vegas problem. It needs a Las Vegas solution. Through social media, they got volunteers, they got donations, and it's been growing and going on ever since.
And through a Facebook group, they're able to coordinate who needs this, where do you get it, I can drop it off here, well, I have a truck, well, I have the clothing or the food,
right.
and yeah, it's just an amazing thing to see.
It is.
So it's amazing how you guys are using, because you guys are both big on community, which I really respect about you guys, but it's amazing how social media, because a lot of it is non-for-profit, there aren't really big budgets in place, but like you just said, you're able to use Facebook or whatever medium to coordinate all these things and keep the costs low to, for the better good. So I think that's really incredible.
Yeah. Through WIMI, we've built our 90, plus women influencers through a closed Facebook group. And that's how we got all these women to understand what we were about, instead of just, let's, just send a bunch of emails to a bunch of people one time and kind of say, hey, check out the website and here's a press release.
Yeah.
We invite them to listen to a daily conversation. And through that, whether they have a lot of time or not, whenever they're online and able to check it out, they can see, organically what we're talking about, what matters to us, and what's going on, and what all of each other are doing in the community and in our businesses, and we're able to support each other. It's been really amazing.
So you guys are providing good content for people to check out, like you just said, instead of the donate money here, here's the link, quick bio about it, but you guys are actually providing stuff that's going to get people to engage and create interest.
That's what we're all about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about engaging. Just because you post doesn't mean that you're engaging or communicating.
Oh, absolutely. Now, what else do you guys have going on? There's a couple more things.
Hero School is an amazing initiative and academy that's all about picking up where traditional education fails. It's about teaching people, through our school system. We learn arithmetic, we learn, reading, social studies, we learn to memorize a whole lot of facts. And a lot of what we don't learn, and sometimes what isn't touched on at all, is how to live a successful, productive, and meaningful life. How to figure out what you want out of life. How to set a plan so that you can achieve that. How to make your life something that you're actively directing with intent towards a purpose that you feel passionate about, so that every day is sort of a celebration of who you are and what you were meant to do, versus every day being a struggle to get through the day, sort of deal with everything that comes at you. And instead of being, an active player in creating the life you want, really kind of just being a passive reactionary and feeling like you just got to take what life gives you all the time. And, more of a victim or a survivor type of a mentality.
So be proactive opposed to reactive.
Absolutely.
You make things happen. You don't let things happen to
And
you.
why isn't this stuff taught in schools?
Exactly.
Things like how to get a job interview, things like basic financial literacy.
Yep.
Because a lot of people, that's what they're held captive in bondage to in life is, their inability to manage their finances. And, no matter how you feel about your priorities and what you need to make to be happy and stuff, to be able to at least manage, your bills and manage your existence is something every single person needs. So that's what's amazing about Hero School. And it really starts by changing the perspective and character. And so through Hero School, through social media, they've been able to get the word out. They've been able to build also a community of volunteers, and it's just growing by leaps and bounds, and it's having some really tangible, great results in the community.
Yeah, that's really cool, because I think definitely we're not saying there's not good things that come from the general education system, but we're definitely trained to be worker bees, in my opinion, and not take risk and, the entrepreneurial things like finances and things that you can really push yourself and succeed. We're kind of shifted a certain way, and people, aren't, a lot of people probably aren't happy waking up in the day and that dreaded drive to work and not doing what they really want to do. So that's really cool that there's something out there that can help people, guide them to get off from that and really truly find what they want to do.
Yeah, and there is a solution. And right now we're using social media to let people know, like, hey, you don't have to live like that. There is a solution, and it's right here, and it's in Vegas. And hopefully it gets to the point where that's a part of education throughout education, that's something that at least, Hero School can.
And now, is it just in Vegas, or is this nationwide?
The plan is to go nationwide, but right now it's active in Vegas.
It's starting in Vegas.
So, it's something that can be applicable from everything from a student to a homeless person to an entrepreneur, all the way through.
Okay, very nice. And we have, there's one more thing I believe you guys are involved in. Is it Vegas Give Camp?
Vegas Give Camp is so cool. I'm really passionate about giving back to the community, and the tech scene here continues to grow.
Absolutely.
And Owen and Steve decided that they wanted to do a give camp. I guess there have been give camps going on since 2007, but we've never had one here in Las Vegas. And it's a weekend-long work marathon. They call it a hackathon. Hackathon. It's got a little bit of a negative connotation, so they call it a work marathon, where technology and marketing content professionals team up with charities who apply for help. And that weekend, they will build software solutions from websites to apps to databases to whatever they can, whatever the charity needs.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's so awesome.
So the application process goes through April 15th. The Give Camp is actually June 28th through 30th, but there's some work that needs to be done before the actual weekend to determine they can build a website in a weekend, but it can't be written while they're building it. They have to have the words already to be able to plug in.
Yeah, so it's just you consult with the individual charity, you find out what their needs are, and so you get prepared so that when everybody gets together for that long weekend and they eat there, they sleep there, they do
they just knock it all out.
Boom. Yep. They go in, they get it done.
So it's like building a house, but it's tech.
Yeah,
it's
like Habitat for Humanity or something similar. But instead of for physical infrastructure, for technology infrastructure.
And that's actually very inspiring, because in this new day and age, people with their social media skills, technological skills, that's a unique way that you can help people like these charities. I mean, I have money to pay for a website.
To donate your talents.
And it's fun. And if there's charities or professionals that want to apply to participate, they can go to vegasgivecamp.org. before April 15th to fill out an application.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it, Tammy? I think like nationwide they've
over $1 million to charities they've donated. Yeah, and even if
in their
charity,
services with the technology and the solutions they've created. Yeah.
And even if a charity already has a website, it might need to be optimized. It might need to,
some tweaking, some polishing.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe it needs to be made more interactive, or
maybe some videos, some social media help. No, that's
Sam. If there was some people really good at video,
that's where I could definitely see an opportunity. And I anytime you can give something, and help someone out, you may not be able to build a house or donate $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, but social media and stuff like that, it's just your time. That's pretty much all you're investing. Yeah, skill and time. So I know we named a bunch. We have a couple minutes here. I know we named a bunch. We'll put all the links in the video, but is there any specific links for you guys? Your Facebook handles, Twitter, where can people find you at?
My Twitter is at Miss Sara Says. Yes, that's a lot of S's. And Miss Sara Says on Facebook. And those are the two best ways to get a hold of me. But I have a whole portfolio of a bunch of different work I do on my website, and it's saragabriella.com.
Okay, perfect. Tammy, how about you?
My Twitter handle is at OneBlueCube, and on LinkedIn and Facebook, my name is Tammy Belt.
Okay, Perfect. And I'd like to end, if you guys could, and Tami, I know you've worked the PR scene out here for years, and I know you're a lot about one-on-one relationships and personal development. As social media has come into play, and I know you guys are both big on community, like how important is it for people, like maybe someone that wants to get involved in the community but just doesn't know how to start? How can they use social media to use some of those same characteristics you've adopted growing up?
Oh my gosh, it's the best place to connect with other people that are doing things, because that's where people are. That's the water cooler now.
The water cooler.
That's the water cooler now, for old people like me that used to gather around a water cooler. That's the water cooler now. When you Google something, you're probably going to find not just a website for it, but the Facebook page for it.
Right.
And that's where the people are interacting. And that's the cool thing about social media, because you get the interaction. It's not, the interruption, just blasting things out. Media, you get to build conversations, and you get to get involved, and you get to know people before you meet them.
It works.
It definitely does. Definitely does. And it's really cool with the Vegas tech scene. I know you guys are down there a lot, and just the whole downtown project. For people that don't know, there really is an awesome community thing or phenomenon, I would call it.
My favorite thing right now is the Downtown Speaker Series and Catalyst Week. They bring amazing speakers from all over on very innovative subjects and organizations and causes. It's very similar to TED Talks, but right here in Vegas, up close and personal, you get to meet the people. Go to downtownspeakerseries.com, and from there, if you subscribe, they'll send you just one email a week, who's coming and the bio and what time, and then you'll automatically get the invite for Catalyst Week, which is 1 week a month.
Okay, and everyone, that's downtownspeakerserieslv.com?
Just downtownspeakerseries.com.
Well,
that'll get you there.
Tami, Sara, thank you so much for being on today. You guys are doing a lot of positive good. Keep it up, and I look forward to see what you guys have for us in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.